Well, hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Island Church Weekly Podcast. Happy to have you with us today. I'm Matt Lombardi, joined as always by Pastor Will McRaney. Pastor, how you doing today?
Just super, Matt. It's another good day to be on the island. It's weather's great. People, guys doing some things. It's a good day.
Awesome. Well, some exciting news kind of happening this week. If you haven't checked it out yet, go over to our new website. Island Church TV is still the same place that you visit it, but you'll look and see a whole new, fresh update to the website. Lots of great resources there, ways to get connected, events, all the stuff. So definitely go check out the new website. Pastor Will, what was this past week like at Island Church? I know lots of exciting stuff coming up, but how was this past weekend?
Well, it was a good weekend in several ways. I'm gonna get to those, but I'm not gonna let you off that easy with the website because I want the people to know. I mean, one, you help construct that, and then two, we do the website. We want it to be very functional for our people, but we're also trying to think about the people that we're trying to reach because so many people, their first engagement with the church is not a small group, it's not a worship service, it's actually the website. And so between that and our Facebook presence and other type of media, and so we just really appreciate you and your investment and using your skills to help us do that. And we continue to have guests and part of that website is to actually enhance because we have our members, our church family, that'll be inviting people. And one of the first things they're going to do is go look at the website. They're going to probably watch a service there through the YouTube channel. All that stuff really falls under your ministry. And so we just really appreciate you for that. So thank you. I'm glad it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah. So this past week, I finished up at School of Christian Living, this series on worldviews. And so what I actually did this week, we really got a lot of information on, was to actually look at several passages in the Bible, some in the New Testament, several in the Old Testament, and talked about Israel's place and the church's place and what does this mean about the conflict in Israel. And so we didn't get into prediction business, but we could see some big pictures of how God uses the conflict and how he pulls these things together and defends his people. And actually, when he defends the people, so that the people reveal who is the one true living God. And so we can see this throughout the Old Testament, see it in the New Testament. And so we did that this past week and really got a lot of affirmations on that. And so that was good. Finished up that. And then we began a new series on belong, find your place or finding your place at Island Church. And so really belonging does matter. People's society aren't much on joining. But we really want people to belong and to connect and feel responsible. We want to help our people over time, once they get connected to us, is to actually move out of dating and move into the marriage. So this particular past week, we talked about you belong in a family. We really don't want spiritual orphans. I mean, the enemy, if you're going to have impact for the kingdom, you're going to need a body. If you're going to have protections against the enemy's attacks against your mind and your heart and against your family and everything else, we're going to have those things. You're going to need a body of people. And so we just talked about church is not a place. It's a people. It's not a building, but it's a body. It's not a club. It's a community. And then one of my personal favorites is we're to be commandos for the kingdom, not consumers. We tend to think of church as something we consume, but it's not. It really is this is the bride of Christ. And so we looked at the biblical images this past week, and I thought got some feedback, good feedback on that. Had several new guests. Some of them stayed. I mean, I stayed around to probably talking till almost our service ended 11. It was almost 12 o'clock talking with actually a guest that was here. And it's just a good thing all around. Then we had the Oktoberfest on Sunday afternoon, Matt. If you remember that we had across the way, we hired the face painter and the balloon artist, and some of our people came over and greeted people, and we got to see people from the community that we knew, and then some people met some new people and try to love on the children and their parents as well. And so we really appreciate our church family. Many of our people will be listening to this actually came over and helped with that. And so really appreciate that, from the setup to the teardown and everything in between. And so that was really good. So it was a good day all around. It was a long day, but good day.
Yeah. A good one. Yeah, absolutely. Well, what's coming up the next few weeks? I know we have Trunk or Treat coming up. I know we're starting to get, let's not say it too soon, but I've seen it already at Lowe's and at Home Depot, starting to get towards Christmas a little bit. So what's coming up in the next few weeks and next few months in the life of the church?
Right. We've got Trunk or Treat this coming week from 6 to 7:30. So if you still have some place if you want to bring your car and decorate it, actually, this is not I'm not very good at this stuff. Well, when you have an interior designer, and I have in my house, Sandy, I don't do much
Yeah.
decorating.
Yeah.
I can move stuff around. I'm pretty good for moving,
Yeah.
but there's actually kits you can buy on Amazon, other places, and we have some people that, if you're willing to have your car, give out candy out of your car. There's actually kits, and there's some people in our church that will be help you decorate your car. And so, but if you're not going to do that, then there's a couple different ways that you can participate. Maybe 2 or 3. Actually, you just come and engage with people. We're going to have guests around, a bunch of children and their parents, and we need people doing that. Put on the Island Time T-shirt that actually you helped create for us, Matt, that people enjoy wearing. Saw that this past week, and put on that T-shirt or come dressed up. If you want to dress up for Halloween, for the fall festival, do that. And you can bring candy, and or you want to stop by and say, I don't get out that much. Can I just give some money and you guys buy the candy? We'll do that too. So however a person wants to participate, we really, this is an outreach event for us. This isn't, if it was just let's get candy, I would say just bring your Baby Ruths up here to me or Snickers, but that's not what
we want people to participate.
That's right. We want you to participate. So that's coming up this week. And as you said, with we've got the website that's launching, and actually in upcoming, it'll be a little bit in November 19th. We have our annual church picnic out at Fort DeSoto. We just do we have our normal services that morning. Then we go out there and kind of do a potluck kind of thing, and the church provides the meat and it's cooked, the turkeys and all that kind of stuff. And so that's coordinated a little bit. And so that's a big deal. And actually, we also have, if someone needs to be baptized, we do a beach baptism right there. Only in Florida can you baptize. This part of Florida can you baptize in the middle of November, but it's not bad. It's chilly for about 5 seconds is all. And so anyway, so we've got that coming up. So if you haven't been baptized, we encourage you to be baptized by immersion after you've trusted Christ. Maybe you had some experience as a child, but we'd love to talk with you about that and let you participate in that, and or just come out there and enjoy this and enjoy the time. And the picnic is a big sheltered area. You can pull almost up to the table. I mean, the parking, that particular one is really good. We can give you directions and that type of thing. So that's upcoming.
Awesome. Well, how can folks be praying for the church this week? There's always new things happening. I know we talked last week a little bit more about how folks to pray for the kind of Big C global church. But what are some ways specifically for our local congregation that folks can be praying?
Well, we're excited. As you know, Tom and Jane Crick will be joining our team, and actually sharing with me this morning that you've already had the meetings with him today, and you have a relationship with Tom, and Stacy had a relationship with Tom. And so they'll actually be here a little bit earlier than they thought. I think they're going to be here actually on November 1st. And then they will stay through. Tom was able to rearrange a doctor's appointment actually to push back his stay. So they'll be with us through the picnic and through the baptism and at the park. So that'll be good. And so Tom, as you know, Matt's just a remarkable, and Jane, she has the gift of woo, and she just loves to engage with people. And so they'll be here to help us, and they'll be around. I've said this before, some people may not remember, but they'll be around about halftime, maybe 2/3 of the time. They'll do this in some stretches, and when they'll work here on site some, and then maintain their residence in Texas as well. And so they'll be available to us, and so this is a good arrangement for them. It's a good one for us. And as someone, a common friend that we have, said, "You're about to bring on a superstar." And his wife, I said, "No, we're bringing on a superstar in Jane and her husband and Tom." So,
that's exactly it. Yep.
Anyway,
that's true. Really great way to be praying for sure.
Pray for Tom and Jane. The whole process. They're going to bring some things so we'll be here a while, and then just pray that our church family gets engaged with a small group, a community group, a life group, and then actually take that step forward to actually commit to belong, cross the line and say, I'm gonna take this church up. There's, again, men and women, boys and girls. They just need Jesus here. Yep. And so early stages of the designing. We're not ready to build yet, but early stages of designing the building as a ministry tool. We're not building something for our comfort. We're building a ministry tool, and so they can pray about that too. So that's a big deal that's in the works in the background. So
awesome. Some great ways that they can be involved, whether through events, through prayer, through our Sunday morning experiences. So another great way that you can be involved is by hitting the subscribe or like button on the YouTube channel as you're watching this podcast each week. It's the best way to stay up to date, help more people find out about what's happening at Island Church. And as always, thank you so much for joining us, Pastor Will. Thank you for wisdom, insight, for helping us understand what's going on at the church. And we'll see everyone back here next week.